coming. Yourself, out in, huh. All time, march. Forward, march. On time, march. Left turn, march. Detail, hold. Present, hold. There's it, hold.
Thank you, DeKalb Color Guard. If you please join me for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Order, hold. Order, hold. All time, march. Right turn, march. Forward, march. Carry on. Get down. Rest.
All right. Thank you all for coming out today. That was nice, wasn't it? How about a hand for the DeKalb Color Guard? Good job. I guess we'll need to get a Brookhaven Color Guard as well, so we can start working on that. Oh, I'm a little bit nervous. I never get nervous at this kind of stuff, but I am today just because it's so exciting to see all our officers in their uniforms, driving in and seeing all those police cars for the city of Brookhaven. It's really a special day for me and for everybody up here, I'm sure, and for folks in the audience. I'd like to recognize some folks that are here today. We have State Representative Mike Jacobs here. Thank you, Mike, for coming. And Mike was obviously instrumental in getting our referendum passed, so thank you, Mike. We also have Milton City Manager Chris Lagerbloom. Is he here? Hi, thank you for coming. We have Mayor Doris Debbie from Hiram. They're back there. And do we have State Representative Gravely here? Maybe he's running a little behind. And Mayor Mike Davis from Dunwoody's here. Mike. I'd like to also introduce, I'm Mayor J. Max Davis. This on my right is City Councilwoman Rebecca Chase Williams, City Councilman Jim Iyer, City Councilman Joe Gebbia, City Councilman Bates Madison, and our City Manager Marie Garrett. All right. All these people up here obviously have had a big hand in why we're here today. Of course, first and foremost, our City Manager Marie Garrett worked hard on this for months in concert with the council and myself, and we seeing this today, seeing what has been produced in such a short amount of time, since April 15th is when we hired Chief Yandura, and just seeing the fruition of all those efforts and seeing all the work that's been going into it and seeing it here today is really special and exciting. And it's been 1 year ago today that the citizens of Brookhaven voted to incorporate our city. And to have this police force out here today is a magnificent accomplishment in such a short amount of time and in such a hectic time. It was very, we're pressuring ourselves to get this done because this is really the most visual part of our new city. When you see these police cars driving around and patrolling the streets of Brookhaven, it really shows you that we are a functioning, active, responsible city. And providing public safety and security for our residents is of the utmost importance, obviously. These officers that you see here today, the 54 officers in the city of Brookhaven, they bring more than 600 years of experience in law enforcement and the military. They have an average, yes, I'm proud of them for that. That's an average of 11 years of experience. And for a brand new police department, I've been told that that's unheard of. And I want to thank each and every one of them for being here, and thanking each and every one of them for accepting the challenge to start a new police department. Coming here, you're going to be putting your lives on the line for us and our citizens. And just the fact that knowing Chief Yandura and knowing the type of standards he set for our police department, y'all been through the ringer. I know you've been training for 2.5 weeks, but I just want to give you a round of applause and thank you from the bottom of my heart for choosing Brookhaven. Now, I'd like to welcome Father John Baldock from Mayoral School to provide an invocation. Mayoral has been very helpful in our process as a city, but they've lent out their facilities to us for several things, and especially the police department. So, Father Baldock, if you could come and give us the invocation, we'd appreciate it.
To keep them dry, let us bow our heads. God of all creation, some may call you Yahweh, others may call you Allah, others call you Father, and still others do not dare call your name. We come before you to welcome you to our celebration this day. We give you respect and acknowledge you as beyond our understanding, recognizing our own limitations. We beg your holy presence as we begin a new adventure of community living, of cooperation, and of city building. Make it such that in the house that is built, there will be mutual respect and support, justice and generosity, and that you will always be a ready guest. Protect with your spirit the women and men who give of themselves to help others, to bring peace where there is conflict, to protect the lives and property of citizens. Protect them from all harm, from any spirit of corruption, from all dangers. Make it such that at the end of their careers, they may look into your face in gratitude with the ideals and visions they hold today still radiant in beauty. We pray this in your holy name. Amen.
Thank you, Father. Now I'd like to bring on a very special person, the metro area's finest city manager, without a doubt, Marie Garrett.
I don't know how you top that. Thank you so much, Mayor Davis, and thank you, council members. What a momentous day for the citizens of Brookhaven. Bringing local government closer to home is really what it's all about in service. And I'd like you to think about that for just a moment as you scan this fine crowd of our police officers. The department is the finest that I have seen, and I'm so proud of who we have. But take a minute today and reflect on what it really means to bring service closer to home, and especially in terms of public safety, because these are the officers, these are the very people that you'll get to come to know, respect, honor, and support in everything that they do as they keep your communities safe and our business communities safe as well. There are so many people to thank, and the list is so long, but I have to start first and foremost with Mayor Davis and our council members. Thank you very much for your unconditional support of me in selecting your police chief. Your police chief and deputy chief has brought you this, and just the finest corps that we could have. I'd also like to thank the many partners that have made today so special in getting us ready to launch our police department. And again, the list is so very long, and if I've missed your name, please accept my apologies. But just know that everybody that has touched this event and this preparation in readying our city to provide public safety, there's just unconditional thanks and many blessings to all of you for doing that. Of course, I mentioned the mayor and council in making sure that the budget was prepared and that we had the funds to bring on such a fine force. Also, I'd like to thank first and foremost Father John. Thank you so much for that beautiful blessing, and God bless you as you pray for our community. Thank you. Marist has been such a wonderful partner and so accommodating from the earliest days of thinking of the idea of creating the city of Milton. They provided their home of their campus of Marist to allow meetings to occur and discussions to be held on what it could be and how could we create a city of Brookhaven. So from the beginning, they were a host in providing a venue for the many citizens here to have dialogue and to talk and strategize on how to do this, even to the point of yesterday hosting for the last 2.5 weeks the training sessions at their campus. And they were just such a fine host and so accommodating and so welcoming to all of us. And we just thank Marist so much, not only for being our partner, but for supporting this effort. There are others here as well on a staff level that have provided so many hours to make the police department happen and to bring those people on and assisting both Chief Yandura and Deputy Chief Freeman. And that, of course, is Rick Stone, our HR director, who did a phenomenal job. The chief was saying yesterday that he really should be in a Superman suit, and I think that's true. He absolutely should. Very heroic events, hours spent in culling through 1,200 applications to find the right fit, the right officer to represent this city. Brad Middlebrook, our purchasing agent, contracts administrator, facilities manager, and on and on and on, making sure that each officer was outfitted with the weaponry, the uniforms, the patches, the badges, the radios, all of that, including the vehicles. And of course, many, many thanks to our Chief Financial Officer, Bonnie Klein, who made sure the funds were there to make that happen. Daniel Schulteis with our IT department, making sure every vehicle was outfitted so that our officers can communicate and order again to keep you all safe and to report any activities. We appreciate that. Also, I'd like to recognize both of our judges, Judge Stevenson, our chief judge. I saw her a moment ago. There she is. And also our Judge Pro Tem, Jonathan Grenade. This is the force you've been waiting for, and they are here. A big thanks and absolute congratulations to our Chief of DeKalb County and to his fine officers that have patrolled our community since the inception back in December of the city of Brookhaven. We thank you very much. We thank you for being available. And Chief Alexandra, I thank you very much too for the times that I came to you and said, our neighbors, our citizens are concerned about certain activities, and you were very responsive each and every time, and I appreciate your ability and willingness to do that. Thank you, Chief. I always like a challenge, and when Mayor Davis said, Miss Garrett, we're going to have a police department, and I want it done and built in record time. And I said, okay, well, we can do that. And we were thinking about maybe 4 to 5 months. And he corrected me very quickly and said, no, it is less than 4 months. And Mr. Mayor, I'm very happy to report to you it has been 3.5 months to the day. And with that, just a side note, and I'll get off this podium because there's so much to talk about and so much to acknowledge, and also the Governor's Commission members. I've seen some of them. If you'll raise your hands, because you were the start, you were the interim government until our elected body was put into place, so thank you also for your efforts there. When Rick and I were going through the resumes and scheduling interviews to find our chief, I felt like I had a supreme responsibility to find the right fit, one that could communicate with its public, one that could work with the mayor and council, and certainly work with me. And as we went through resumes and as we went through interviews, I will tell you, the moment I met Gary Yandura, I knew he was the one. And you get that feeling every once in a while, and I am just so glad he said yes. So with that, he then brought on Deputy Chief Ron Freeman, and another good fit. The moment I met him, I knew what a great team, what a fantastic team, and how privileged this city is going to be and is to have such a fine police force. I commend you all. I'm so proud of you, and I wish you all the best, and God bless you. And Chief Yandura, please.
Thank you, Marie, Mayor, City Council, and everyone here for all of your support. I'd like to also acknowledge all the police chiefs and their staff that are here today, and name some of them individually that were especially helpful. Chief Cedric Alexander, DeKalb County. Without your help, the radio system, it was unbelievable, all the cooperation that you gave us. We're still utilizing DeKalb's radio network and dispatching and everything else. Director Terry Salt from Sandy Springs, we appreciate all of your help. Chief Billy Grogan, especially your help. You took pictures when we didn't have our photo ID machine and everything else, so we appreciate your help. And Director Gary George from Alpharetta. Gary was the one that put me in contact with Ron Freeman, the Deputy Chief. I reached out to Gary and I says, I'm looking for a strong person that can really help build this team, and Gary didn't let me down. I mean, he gave me the best person that possibly fit in the position. So for that, Gary, I really thank you, and thank you, Deputy Chief Ron Freeman. Also, close working relationships with Chief John King from Doraville, Sheriff Gary Gullidge, who I used to work with in Paulding County. I don't know if Sheriff is here. Chief Eddie Moody from Lithonia, the previous chief from DeKalb County, he's here, and his staff. Sheriff Tom Brown actually had something, but he sent his staff today, so we appreciate that. He actually called yesterday. We also have some federal agencies here. Special Agent Mark Giuliani, I'm not sure if he made it yet or if he was able to come, and Special Agent in charge of the Secret Service, Ray Moore. We also have Chief Cassandra Jones. I know she's here with her staff from Fulton County. I used to work with Cassandra quite a bit. And then Major Van Hobbs from Zone 2 in Atlanta. I know we're going to be working very closely too. And then finally, the person that took my spot in Hiram the last 3 years, I had an enjoyable position there, and that's Chief Todd Vandy Zandy. So I'm not sure if Todd's here either. We couldn't have done this without the support and assistance of my dedicated Deputy Chief Ron Freeman and the command staff. As we started, it was unbelievable. The city manager and mayor and city council asked how we were going to go about this. And I says, if we hire the best command staff that we possibly could, I think things will snowball from there, because the best naturally gravitate and bring in the best. And I think we've accomplished that. And we're really looking forward to getting done with all this media attention and training that we went through and everything, and actually getting down to police work. So after 3 months of tireless work, in a few moments, our Brookhaven officers will begin patrolling our city streets. And when Brookhaven residents call 911, a Brookhaven officer will be responding. We're really looking forward to that. And with that being said, I'd like to thank the families who actually put up with these officers and our command staff, putting in endless hours. I know when Ron and I started April 15th, I got to give credit to my wife, Ron's wife, my wife Lynn, and Ron's wife Dana. We were spending anywhere from 12 to 15 hours trying to figure out what to do next. And it all came together. But all the families too. These officers put in a number of hours these past 2.5 weeks, and we appreciate all that and the time that the families gave up. One thing I want to remind everyone that I never thought of, and I heard this many, many years ago when I first started, was at 3 o'clock in the morning, just picture that officer out on the street. At 3 o'clock in the morning, he could be responding to a call where he is actually a judge, an attorney, a counselor, clergy. He don't know what he's going to be responding to, what decisions he's going to have to make, and that's just something to keep in mind that most of the public doesn't really realize. So we appreciate all the efforts that they're going to be going through during their entire careers. We will start working in our partnership with the CAB, and we're honored that their color guard is here that helped us out earlier today. Now I'd like to officially have Deputy Chief Ron Freeman call the first roll call. In recognition today, I will be handing each officer an official Brookhaven Police Department challenge coin. The military has presented challenge coins dating back to World War I as a way to recognize special achievements. The coins symbolize unity, brotherhood, and honor. And today I'm proud to personally coin each Brookhaven police officer. So with that being said, Ron and the lieutenants.
Mayor, council members, Chief Yandura, distinguished guests, it is my honor to present the Brookhaven Police Department. Lieutenant Gruyon, Lieutenant Gurley, Lieutenant Burke, Executive Assistant Rosanna Romero, and now we'll continue with the roll call. Sergeant Redding, Officer Alamany, Officer Benefield, Officer Bonner, Officer Gibson, Sergeant Shelton, Officer Greer, Officer Kissel, Officer Matthews, Officer Strickland, Investigator Lopez, Sergeant Oliver, Sergeant Vanneman, Officer Dankowicz, Officer Gresham, Officer Kubiak, Officer Lateef, Officer Murray, Sergeant Good, Officer Kant, Officer Stewart, Officer Tyler, Officer Vargas, and Investigator Patterson. Sergeant Latonis, Officer Adams, Officer Chatham, Officer Bernard, Officer LaCroix, Officer Lewis, Sergeant Whittle, Officer Miller, Officer Vu, Officer White, and Investigator Martin. Sergeant Silvius, Officer Amnicki, Officer Clifford, Officer DeSico, Officer Fikes, Sergeant Harrell, Officer King, Officer McDaniel, Officer Miller, Officer Napier, and Investigator Davis. Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to introduce the Brookhaven Police Department.
Okay, officers, please prepare your cars for a rollout. You're dismissed from here.
Can you just give us a comment on how you're feeling today?
Well, exhilarated. It's a little emotional because it's so exciting because there was so much hard work that went into this. Some folks thought we wouldn't be able to get it done. One of my neighbors actually thought, you're not going to be able to do that. And we did it, and I'm proud as can be for our officers, for our city, seeing those cars come out, the number of them, the number of officers, the quality of the officers. I'm just over the moon.
Councilman Debbie, can you tell me how you're feeling today?
I'm feeling ecstatic. This is a process. This is the culmination of a 7-month project that we've worked on as City Council. Everything that we've done to hire the city manager, who then hired the chief of police, to go through 1,200 applicants and come up with what's going to be the finest police force in the greater Atlanta area. This is it. This is the culmination, and I feel like a proud father.
Councilman Madison, can you tell us a little how you're feeling today?
Yeah, I actually am so excited about the city of Brookhaven's police force being out on the streets. I mean, we've worked tirelessly to get the city up and running, and I think our city administration has done a fantastic job of getting some of the best and brightest to patrol the streets of Brookhaven. So I'm extremely excited to see them out there on the road today.
Ms. Garrett, can you tell us what today means for the city of Brookhaven and for the Brookhaven citizens?
Well, first of all, what this means for Brookhaven is that we have brought local government closer to home. We are just so overjoyed with the accomplishment of raising a police department within 3.5 months and bringing it online and on the streets at this very moment that I'm speaking to you. We now have the ability to be more responsive in a quicker time period because our borders are much smaller than that of DeKalb. DeKalb did a great job, and we appreciate all of their help and their professionalism. But now that our community is smaller than the greater area of DeKalb, we will have more of a better response time. In fact, for emergency calls, we'll have a 3-minute response time to all citizens and businesses that are here in the city. So this is a great day for Brookhaven, and it's just a start of one of many other great things that are about to happen. Thank you.
Thank you. Councilman Iyer, can you tell me how you're feeling today and what this day means to the city of Brookhaven?
I think it's a momentous day. I think that we've now that we've rolled our police cars, this is the last or next to the last of the services that we promised we would bring online. With our parks coming online in September, at that point we'll have a full contingent of services that we promised. And I think that to have a police force up and running in less than 8 months after the city started on December 17 is a wonderful accomplishment, and I think we can give all the credit to Chief Yandura and Deputy Chief Freeman. I think they have done a huge task of getting everything together, and certainly the credit goes to them to bringing out a Brookhaven police force that is going to be a great addition to the city.
How are you feeling today?
I have one big goosebump. I am so excited. I'm about to burst out of my skin. We've looked forward to this day for a long time. It really is a dream come true. The fact that the reality of seeing these police cars come through with their lights on, and I've had a chance to meet many of these officers. Brookhaven truly has the finest, and it's such a proud day.
I think this is a great day for the new city. I mean, having a police force out there patrolling is the most visible manifestation of the city. I mean, they're actually police cars, marked for Brookhaven that are out there today, and I think that's a step in the right direction. The nice thing about putting together a new police force like this is that you have an opportunity to choose from the best of the best. I mean, you get resumes from all over, and a lot of different officers from different departments apply, and you get to select the cream of the crop. And certainly, looking at our police force standing here today, that was readily apparent. So I look forward to seeing them out there on the streets and meeting them, and wish them all the best as they serve our community.